Hammond Fox reconciliation will help UK have a better Brexit, says former Tory officer. The reconciliation of Chancellor Philip Hammond and Trade Secretary Liam Fox has helped the Tory party reach a consensus about a post-Brexit transition period and will help the UK ease into its new. Speaking on Talk Radio, Conservative Home Assistant Editor Henry Hill told Julia Hartley-Brewer the new consensus on a transition period will give way to a productive approach to Brexit. The former communications officer for Tory MP Julian Knight said, given recent development in the Tory party, Chancellor Hammond had been able to reassure Brexiteers that a temporary deal will not be used to keep the UK in the European Union by stealth. Mr. Hill commented, I do think it's productive that we've seen a consensus emerging about a transitional period because one of the biggest hurdles to finding a unified Conservative position was Brexiteer scepticism about the transition period and worries that it would be used as a way to stay in the EU by the back door. He explained that the fervently pro-Leave members of the Conservative Party were concerned about the UK remaining an active member of the single market and the customs union. Mr. Hill said, the worry of the Brexiteers was that, if we find ourselves in a transition period which involves staying in both of those things, it would not create any incentive to create alternatives when Britain left. One of the challenges of Brexit is that we plan so much stuff through the EU that we'd suddenly have to create new regulatory agencies, new bodies, new quangos to do the job the European Union used to do. If we stayed in the single market and the customs union, we'd still be outsourcing a huge amount of government and economic policies to Brussels, and that might actually mean that we didn't turn up developing the alternatives we needed. He said it would be very tempting for the Remainers to use the transition period as an excuse to indefinitely delay Brexit. Mr. Hammond and Mr. Fox had previously clashed over their position on the matter of a temporary deal following the divorce from the European Union. According to reports, the Chancellor told business leaders he planned to negotiate a two-part transitional deal that would see the UK stripped from the influence of Brussels but would guarantee continued access to the EU single market and customs union. His position conflicted with the trade secretaries who, as a staunch Brexiteer, said that any attempt to remain inside the single market and, consequently, maintain freedom of movement would not keep faith with the referendum results. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.